watching the last Roundup Horror Show. I am Frank, and with me this time we have old Ray McGuff.
Hey-ho.
Hey, and John Walmsley is in the cut.
Beep, beep, beep. What's up, guys?
And that's it. Jason is on assignment or something. And
Life assignment.
even though he picked one of these films, let's go ahead and get into his pick, Deadstream. From 2022. Summary for this film: a disgraced internet personality tries to win back his followers by streaming himself at an abandoned haunted house. When he accidentally unleashes a vengeful spirit, his comeback event becomes a fight for his life. Written and directed by Joseph and Vanessa Winter. Most notable credit was they worked together on a segment in VHS 99, which I've never seen. I've heard it's bad, though. Is it bad?
It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Wait,
There was like one enjoyable segment.
That's the one with the rat guy in it?
I think so. Or wasn't it? Yeah, it was the one with the rat guy.
Isn't
right?
99 the newest one?
No, the other one is forget the name of the other one.
I don't know. I like that rat
remember.
segment though. That was the only thing I
I
liked.
did not. I don't know.
I get it.
Like,
So Randy, why don't you go ahead and start us off here?
Oh, okay. The tagline for this is "Stream, Deadstream." No, it's not really. That would have been funny if it was, but it wasn't at all.
No.
Anyways, I fucking loved this. I saw the trailer. You know, I had never heard of it, and I saw the trailer after we talked about it the last episode when we discovered the pick.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to check this out. And it didn't look like something I'd like. I'll be honest with you. But this had Evil Dead 2 vibes all over it.
Oh, yeah.
I was enthralled. I loved the site because it's literally, you know, guys streaming. We watch a lot of TikTok around here. I'm sure you guys do too. And I say we, the royal we, just me. I'm all by myself. But anyways, there's a lot of TikTok going on. And I love when somebody goes live and there's all those comments. And I loved that this movie had the comments, and if you were watching them, some of them were fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like when the shit's going on, and the guy's like, "I don't believe this. That's a total troll."
Yeah,
The
right.
guy's getting like murdered, and they're like, "This is all bullshit. That makeup looks horrible."
Team Percy.
Yeah, I loved all the comments on the screen. Like I said, I love the Evil Dead 2 vibes. Had like a little Blair Witch feel too, which was cool.
Yeah.
I thought the original Blair Witch for the kids. I love this one line in particular where he's, you know, like you said, he's disgraced, and so at the end he's thinking that he might die, and he's like, I don't want to be remembered as a douchebag.
He was a total douchebag though. But I thought that worked. I mean, I thought it worked because he's totally like, I mean, it's not really a trope because it's true. These type of YouTube guys or these type of guys, he's exactly as annoying as a fucking what's those brothers? The one's a boxer. He bought a fucking $1 million Pokemon card. Yeah, the Pauls. He's just as annoying as that. And and a guy like this would have followers. Like,
for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And when you find out why he was disgraced too, you're like, oh, well, that tracks. You know, he basically had a bum fight him, and then the bum got seriously injured.
Right.
But I love the camera work in this. I like handheld cam movies anyways. I don't know why, I just do. Like some of my favorite ones, like the LLC movie franchise we watched, you know, Hell House LLC.
Mm-hmm.
I think those were great. But I love that he went to each room, gave each camera angle so you knew where the camera angles were coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I loved his little stick one that he had that was like the
beef stick. You remember that?
Beef stick. Yeah, that one was great. I just like that they did that because people complain about that in these kind of movies. Well, how did that camera angle get into there? Now we know, you know, through the whole thing, he sets it all up real nice in the beginning. The actors were really good in this. I mean, for what we were getting, I mean, this clearly was very low budget. I don't know what the budget was. I didn't look it up, but it didn't look like there was a whole lot in it, except for the makeup. Like, that was my next part. The VFX was as good as the first Evil Dead movie, in my opinion.
Mhm.
So, I mean, the shit looked great. The hanging lady, when she attacks him. I mean, there's all kinds of the bathtub scene.
And when you see it at the end,
yes,
it made me want to see it more earlier, because the way they were showing a lot of those creatures wasn't like showcasing them. They were really cool looking. They should have slowed it down a little bit in some of those parts.
You
and
know,
maybe
you know what I think it was though, was like, especially in the woods, they did those real quick shots because they were. I feel like those were just static
Cameras.
dummies, like almost like, not saying it was, but like something it's the type of thing you would buy at a Halloween store, but more upscale. It's quick and it's a good jolt.
The pacing was great. I love the visual style. I thought the acting was really good. I liked the story quite a bit. And I love the Evil Dead 2 vibes. I laughed a lot in this one. And so I gave this one an 8 out of 10. I had fun watching this movie. So good pick, Jason. My man.
Wish you could have been here.
Yeah.
John, what's your thoughts?
All right, so this was actually the second time I watched it. I think I watched it not very long after it came out on Shudder. And when I watched it that time, I was like, oh my God. Fucking guy. Because I like TikTok, but I'm not like watching someone's live for more than like a minute. And then I'm out. Except this one chick, I was watching her play Zelda 64. I can watch that all day. I love it. I love Zelda 64. But like his obnoxiousness and just his whimperiness, I know that's not a word, but that's, he's just so pathetic in his quest for likes, for little hearts and money.
That's how those guys are.
Stuff. I know. Listen, that's their hustle. Whatever. If they're probably making more money than I am, or they're making something for doing not a lot. They're another means of making money. Go for it. I don't care. But I'm not one for those people. My daughter will watch stuff like Sniper Wolf and all that shit. I hate it. Sniper Wolf. It's not for me. I'm an adult.
We're trying to make him watch it, people.
Yeah.
But I on the second go through, I liked it better because I understood what they were going for. I was looking for it to be more serious and not as Evil Dead-y the first time through. I don't know why. It played out like a fucking comedy. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention.
Well, I thought they even kind of sniped a little bit from what's that movie with fucking two dudes? God damn it, what's the movie called? Tucker and Dale.
Oh yeah, versus Evil. Yeah.
You remember that part in Deadstream where he shoots the cop guy with the potato gun and it makes the hole in him, and then he like slides down on it slowly. That's the exact same joke that happens in that movie where the girl or the guys get on the spike and slowly sliding down.
Right, that's what it was, a spike. They were digging a latrine or something.
Yeah.
And like
yeah, and Tyler Labine's like screaming, and it's the same sort of reaction stuff.
So great.
So I don't know if that was like a tribute to that movie or if it was just something they did, parallel thinking sort of thing. But
yeah, it was I loved it so much more the second time through, understanding what I was getting and what this isn't as serious as they think it is, but it was serious. You said all the Evil Dead vibes, like 100%. Like even down to the makeup, like she looked like Cheryl from part one, just a little bit in her role form,
And she kind of acted the same way too. Like that was, totally. I think, a lot of what she was doing.
Like Dead.
She bites his dick in that one part.
Oh man,
crotch.
It was a really good performance from them all. It really reminded me most of all of one of my favorite episodes of Tales from the Crypt. Morton Downey Jr., the talk show guy, the real
Yeah.
loudmouth talk show guy. He was Tony Pope, that reporter in Predator 2. If you remember. Real misogynist bastard. He's a news broadcaster doing a live thing at this murder house. This old lady ran it and killed like 100 guys, and then herself. And he ends up getting like murdered on live TV. And this girl he's been like, I think messing around with career promises, and then he doesn't give them to her. Like she's just like egging him on, making it all happen, you know. And he ends up getting like murdered on air to like the highest ratings of his life. You know, it reminded me of that so much because it was supposed to be like a live news broadcast.
Right.
So if you, I can't remember what it's called, but just
I think I remember that one.
Just Google it. It's creepy. It was a
in this though, Deadstream. If you look at the ticker, by the end he has like over 5 million viewers.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. He. I mean, hey. If that was real,
that would get though. I mean, if you're watching
it totally would
some ghost thing on the internet, and then all of a sudden he's being attacked by clearly a thing, you know.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
they really
whether or not,
I really like the effects in the movie. There were, I think there was only like one instance of you know, for me, bad CGI, and it's so minor I can't even remember what it was. But it was necessary, you know what I mean? The way they were shooting it, and can't really use a whole lot of strings and stuff like that. It was like some jump. I can't remember something the ghoul did. I can't remember. But that was about it. I really had fun with this. The old lady they found that drew the Hamza.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh shit, he's gonna die.
That was the best laugh of the movie.
That was so awesome. The way he said tater gun, my Evil Dead vibes went to work shed. Like it reminded me of that a lot from Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
The design of that, I mean, if that was a real abandoned house, like, or they got it on a soundstage and built something, like it looked authentic. It was like a real place, like, you know, hey, we found this house, or maybe they bought a house like for nothing,
or rented it for the day, you know,
who knows? Yeah, exactly what property they got and how much they had to like do anything to it. I loved that creepy ass staircase to that crawl space basement. Weren't they upstairs when they found that?
Yeah, it was like
so
they were in an upstairs room, and then it went down.
That was fucking weird. Like that was trippy, that part. I was like, wait a minute. This is some like Dario Argento shit where everything's like in Inferno when everything's taking place in between the floors. Like that's the house in between the floors. And that was freaky. Like that made me, I know it was different, but like a different location or whatever, but that was
Didn't you love that when he found that hand thing, he just immediately takes it off the wall and throws it on the ground? He's like, creepy, and he's breaking it. I was dying laughing because I knew it had to have some significance.
Yeah, he's like, come on, I don't want to do anything with that. And it's like, dude, we found, and then all the comments, we found this kid. Hey, so check it out. You know, I heard about Wikipedia, you know, about all this, you know, like it was a really, really relevant film, like horror movie, like of the times. Right. You know what I mean? Like I thought it nailed it pretty good. I gave it a 7.
Yeah.
It was a really well made film.
Yeah, it is in the era of ghost hunting and all that stuff. It is pretty on point, and it did harp on that whole thing pretty good. But right off the bat, I gave it a lot of points for referencing Ghost Dad. Like, sure. Out of all of Bill Cosby's work, which you can no longer enjoy, this was at the top of like right below the Cosby Show. It'd be like this, Leonard Part 6.
I love Ghost Dad,
and now I can't even watch them just because of my morality standards. But this character pissed me off so many times. And I liked him more towards the end. But the dumbest thing I've ever seen a character in a movie do is take the spark plugs out, throw them in the woods, then lock himself in the house and throw away the key. I was like, whatever the fuck demons are in here, whatever happens to you, you deserve it, buddy, because you are making bad choices. And
Right.
I didn't like him. So I was like, all right, well, all the constant plugging of his trying to get the endorsements and all that shit, talking to the people, that took me out of it a little bit because I don't know. The character seemed like a poor man's Billy Eichner. Do you know who he is?
Oh yeah.
Billy on
Okay.
the street.
Think about how much better this role would have been if he was the guy, because he would have.
It would have been too funny because that dude's hilarious.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
But that's sort of the problem I had with the comedy part of it. It wasn't as funny as, like, with a character like that, it should have been more goofball, I thought. But the horror stuff was really good, like really horror-y, like except for the nose picking shit. That was a little bit
that was so fucking funny because I was like, what is she doing?
So fun, so random. You don't expect it to happen. And I was like, oh, there's some Evil Dead realm stuff. Yeah.
When she did it the second time, he's like, why does she keep doing that?
Yeah. And there was a lot of funny things, like when he stabs the invisible man guy, and then he like has the garlic and he throws it at him. He's like, garlic, and nothing. And then the guy just stabs him. But
when he runs, he's like, garlic doesn't do anything.
But at first I didn't like the guy, and then whenever he's setting up all these cameras and stuff, I had a problem with his technology, because this guy isn't a ghost hunter. Based on his channel that they preview before, he's doing like all these stunts and stuff. So as a guy who's looking for he lost his sponsors, he's probably desperate for money. He spent a ton of money on fucking cameras and ghost hunting equipment, and I just don't think that's implausible to me. Also, he wouldn't have fucking a signal where they were at. So all this streaming and stuff he's doing, like multiple cameras switching around, he wouldn't have the capability. He couldn't even run fucking TikTok. I guarantee you. He couldn't even pull. He wouldn't have a signal. I mean, the way he keeps describing how far out they are, like they're 20 miles and then whatever down this
hour down a creepy road, dirt road.
He said it was like an hour down there. Yeah,
I can be just down the street and not have good
maybe he's using Elon Musk's Starlink, Frank.
Or maybe he's like got like a bunch of hot spots or something like that.
Yeah.
But that was just something I got in a thought spiral about. It's not even anything that I should even worry about.
It's happening, Frank.
It's like whenever I get hung up on how long it takes somebody to like have a drink, or like they should be thirsty by now. I get hung up on dumb shit all the time. But
they should be thirsty by now.
Yeah, I just thought this is a fun movie. So the character, even though he was annoying, he was that kind of internet personality. So his reactions are funny. That's the good part about him. Whenever I don't care about any of the shit he says in general, but his reactions to all the shit happening to him are the most humorous stuff. And I thought the ending was really cool. Like I said, it gives you a good showcase of the creature design. It's not the funniest horror comedy, which almost makes me wish they would have just kind of scraped that comedy off of it and went hard on it, because it could have been crazy, but it does have enough laughs to call it that. It's not like that one Housebound that didn't make me laugh fucking one time. So the horror is exceptionally good for the budget they had, so I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Nice.
So yeah, not quite approved, but in the realm. It's time for trailer trash.
Woohoo! All right, guys. So I decided to be nice this time, and I'm giving you 3 new movies of this year.
Ooh.
All right.
So let me set up this first one. I'll read the IMDb description, or my interpretation of it, anyways. In Indo period, this remote village in can't even pronounce this Japanese little town, an evil cult leader by the name of Kijutsu uses ninjas.
Bless you.
Yeah. To enscroll forces and sharks. This is ninja versus shark.
Oh boy.
Oh, I thought I saw something about this today. I was like, this poster looks cool. Fuck yeah.
The warrior came from the mountain. The mountain
Green.
mercenaries. With his magic and sword, help this race like you have never seen before. He is
Ninja.
in a village with unspeakable secrets,
Wait.
corruption, murders,
Well, this looks great. I'll be
Yeah.
honest.
forbidden love. The warrior
Forbidden love.
is his worthy
There's two dudes.
The monster came from the sea.
Oh yeah.
They're allowed to have a bad
It's ready to blow your mind.
Sharknado's very own shark.
To death.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm more about the ninja stuff anyway.
Me too.
Ninja.
Yeah,
It
this
looks-
is just an afterthought.
It looks like that
The most
those old
spectacular
'80s ninja
adventure their
movies, man.
minds can imagine.
Yeah.
That's
probably
cool.
watch that.
Now that was a cool freeze frame. Like
Yeah.
that looked awesome, but like all in action, terrible.
Oh,
The shark was fake as
it's-
shit, but that was a great frame. That was
the shark is
I'm
total
so-
garbage,
this
by
is
the
a-
way.
This looks awesome.
Yeah,
My
Like,
favorite-
I'm so in.
My favorite part of trailer trash is when you try to read the synopsis.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's the whole point. That's the whole point.
Because
All
the
right.
synopsis made
No,
no
I'm-
sense
I'm in
compared to
on
what I
that
just
one.
saw.
Well, I mean, if you read the synopsis, it doesn't make any sense.
No, I don't know what you were doing, but that
Yeah.
was not the synopsis for the movie I just saw.
Well,
Solid
there you
gold.
go.
Yeah,
All
solid gold.
Exactly. So this next movie, and they call it a movie, even though it's like an hour and 16 minutes. So I don't even fucking call it a movie.
that should be the standard time for a movie, in my opinion.
I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
I'm busy.
He's a
I'm
full
busy.
man.
Hour and a
right,
half.
children.
Come on, almost every movie you can carve a half hour off of it.
Man, I read that Avatar was 2 hours and 45 minutes. I don't got time
Okay.
for fucking.
I
that
didn't even
kind of
watch the
stuff.
first one. What's my
Yeah.
incentive?
Avatar was 3 hours and 45 minutes, but it's okay.
Oh, holy
Christ.
shit!
Yeah.
Guess
All
I was
right.
off
So
that.
this next movie, not to go in within the times that we're living in, after a virus kills the Earth's adults, rival children battle to control an abandoned amusement park. This is The Park.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, I saw a preview for this already.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I think I wanted to see this actually.
It's the end of the world. All that's left.
Where are we?
We stick together and we make it. There are two kinds of people. Us and there's them.
And we say, fuck them.
It's time to go. Right now.
Everything we do in this life, it all gets added up. Have you seen the world today? The twisted things these kids are doing to each other? We're done running. It's time to hunt.
She ain't us.
This ain't a game. Sure it is. We're gonna die anyway, right? Why waste
Oh yeah,
I would
that
have
looks
called this
great.
movie The Kids in the Park.
That looks great.
that's 2 for 2, John Paul. It's two,
Yeah.
two that I want to see.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay, cool. So, like always, I have to give you guys a wonderful trauma film.
Hell yeah,
Here
you
you
do.
go.
So here we go, kids.
And you lost
A
us.
vegan
2 for
goth
3.
high school student falls in love with her new English teacher, and has a taste for human flesh. This
Good.
is Eating Mrs. Campbell. Yum.
Oh, Beth. Would you eat me?
Yes.
Yes, I would.
My name is Beth Connor, and for the past 17 years, my life has gone straight to video.
On-demand streaming channels will pay a handsome 7 figures for an, gee whiz, a school shooting.
This school is enabling school massacres by allowing students to choose between either killing their friends or killing
How
their
old are these students?
They're high school kids, of course.
Yeah, are they?
No.
Well, they've got to be a certain
Learn
age
from
to
Miss
be in a
Campbell.
trauma film.
You could always
I
attend
mean,
mine.
for obvious reasons.
Lack of a better
They look like they're
right.
50 years old.
Z, Kyle.
What is this bullshit?
Well, that's one way to deal with unruly students dressed as former presidents.
Together, we could rid the world of this toxic, self-appointed patriarchy that served nothing to womankind but pain and grief. And what is more poetic and American than a high school massacre?
I am having so much fun!
It looks fucking horrible.
I'll watch it.
I like all the homage to teen movies. It sort seems like an extreme, not another teen movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I'll
trauma.
watch-
What do you
I'll
what do you
surely
expect?
watch it.
Yeah,
What's hilarious is Lloyd
but
Kaufman.
it doesn't look awful.
Yeah, it does.
No,
Sure,
it,
I don't
it-
think it
it
looks
doesn't
awful.
look as awful as like
As
anymore.
there's so
Their-
many worse trauma.
Their
films.
releases as of recently are about half and half for me. I did just buy the second Return to Nukem High.
And it's amazing, isn't it?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
I got to rewatch the first one
okay.
so that I remember. I don't
Well-
want to be all messed up. You know,
the first 10 minutes of the movie gives you a recap of the movie prior
I
to
want
ru-
to
to-
enjoy
to-
it again.
to
I've only
pat
watched
the runtime, which is hilarious.
I've
And they
only
purposely
watched,
say that.
I've only watched the first one once, but
Okay.
I almost went back and got like all of the old ones. There's like 3 old ones, right?
Uh,
3 or 4.
Return. Actually, it's Class, Return. Yeah. There's 3 old ones.
Yeah, but anyways,
And
Jean
then-
Paul.
You guys have fun.
Yeah.
Who wants to see a picture of my colon again?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hold on, John. Yep. There we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
There it is.
There it is. There's the colon.
Looks like a
There's
little
colon.
seashell.
There's the mass, boys and girls. That's what you call a mass. Here's my PSA. Go get a routine screening so they can find a big giant piece of gum in your butthole or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
On that note,
Wow, that was there. It is. That's
They'll-
now that's
they'll
how you
get-
end the show.
They'll get that out of you, and we'll get you out of here. You have
yeah,
a good,
exactly.
You have a good night,
Lickety
Jean Paul.
split.
Bye, guys.
Bye, man.
Bye, dude.
Well, let's get into Puppet Master 5, 1994. The puppets battle their most powerful enemy yet as they protect their new master from the demon god that created the secret of life. Directed by Jeff Burr and written by Jeff E. Carr, Joe Duffy, and Todd Henschel. Jeff Burr actually has a pretty cool IMDb. He did Stepfather 2, which I believe is called Make Room for Daddy or something like that. Maybe that's the tagline. He also did Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Pumpkinhead 2. Of course, he did Puppet Master 4 because 4 and 5 were supposed to be like a reboot, I think. One movie. And then he did Puppet Master Blitzkrieg Massacre, among many others that sounded interesting. The only thing I don't like about Puppet Master 4 and 5, aside from the demon's poofty nips, he's got these these big weird cross-eyed poofy nips. Is that since they are good guys in these two movies, they never kill a human. Like they might hit them with something, knock them out, whatever, but all of the real killing humans is just reserved for the demons, those demon creatures. So it kind of takes away what you want to see these puppets do, which is use their abilities to attack people. Like that's just kind of what I thought this is missing. I like the shitty effect that happens a couple times when Decapitron has like a person's face.
Oh, it morphs into Toulon.
It is so full. It is so full moon.
Oh,
it is like it's like if I saw that just that scene of a person's face, Toulon or whatever, just that, I would be like, that's a full moon movie. Like I would, even if I didn't know it was, I mean, I would assume it's Puppet Master, but
did they, it was like they didn't attempt to edit it to fit at all. It just was like green screen cut and paste.
Yeah, they just give you the general idea. So
you get it. Yeah, they're like, you get it.
I got it.
Move on.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think you really get to see the Puppet Master guys use their abilities in cool ways very much in these, and I don't know how much I like the puppet on puppet battles. But I think this was an effort to cash in on Gremlins a little bit, like try to turn these Puppet Master puppets into good guys, and then there's these bad kind of gremlin-y looking things that they're fighting. I don't know. I just assume that that's the way productions work, especially like Full Moon. They're like going to try to make money where they can off of whatever's popular. But like why else would the demons be so minuscule and underpowered? Like these demons are kind of pussies, like a little bit. A regular sized human, I mean, they're little.
Right? You can fucking punt those things.
They're like arbitrarily small demons. It doesn't make sense. This certainly is not my favorite story arc in the franchise, but I don't think it's a bad time. It does this weird kind of comic book thing where it turns them into something they're not really supposed to ever be, and I don't think that's why it didn't work. But it's a valiant effort to take things in a different direction, and the way that they have the puppets moving, they've got it down. I mean, I don't think that aside from Littlest Reich, the movement of the puppets in general gets better than this. But maybe I'm wrong. John, what do you think?
So I remember watching these when I was a kid. I actually before I watched this, I rewatched 4 because I hadn't seen it in forever. I just remembered liking the fact that they turned them into kind of good guys.
Yeah.
Little anti-heroes. I like that personally. Like that not keep them that way forever, but like their own little set of movies.
Don't you think though that they should have made them good guys? But yeah, those bad dudes, like the guy from Pulp Fiction and that crew of bad guys, they could have killed those guys, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Give me something.
But I like that little fun superhero sci-fi aspect of it. I liked the kid that was Rick.
Yeah.
Is that his name? Rick. I liked him. I thought he was a fun, just 90s guy. His girlfriend was cool. I didn't, and that one dude was he overplayed so much that in part 4 that his friend that was there to like steal his shit, overly douchey. But I really liked where they went with this personally, just because I thought it was really, really cool when I was a kid. Now, some of it didn't hold up, like the demons. I was like, I found myself wishing, like, why isn't like the main guy just gonna come up here? They can puppet him. on a
Right.
And I was like, they've done worse effects. Like they
Mm-hmm.
could just do something, make something happen. But he just said well, they, what it probably was, they didn't have the budget. Who knows how big that guy actually was?
Right.
That puppet actually was. So who knows if it would have been capable without falling apart. And they need it for the rest of the movie. But I liked how it was like it just had like a little cape that was like a little cape with sparkles. That was like that's what made this one was this was like the Mecha Godzilla of the demons. You know what I mean? Like this,
Yeah, it did look exactly like the other one.
It was. Maybe his spikes were a little bit longer, but it wasn't like a difference of Shredder to Super Shredder.
Yeah, and there was only one in this one, and in the previous and 4, there's 2, right?
No, there were like 3.
Really?
Because remember when they died, the like demons that they represented in hell or whatever, like
okay, you're right.
Hell pit or something. Like they did what this guy did. They transferred their shit and their souls and their energy or whatever. They tied their life to them, and when those dolls died, they died. And I was like, well, you guys backed the wrong horse 4 fucking times. Jeez, did you not learn?
Yeah, it is weird that that demon didn't just come up instead of he was putting himself in a smaller demon.
Right.
Weird. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, but it bummed me out. Torch wasn't showcased a little bit. He could have took them all out. He's got fired.
Yeah.
He's like Pinhead's my personal favorite, followed by the Jester. And then
I didn't think they didn't give 6-shooter enough attention at all.
No, the fuck they did not.
I'm like, he's got guns.
Super cool.
Did he shoot him? I don't really even remember.
He did like a couple times.
Did. Yeah.
I remember him laughing because that's my favorite part about that character is that little.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was really cool. But it would have been really cool to see like some more action with him. I don't know what the you already have the puppets and stuff. I just I guess time it takes even to like puppet them from behind. Outside of stop motion takes time, but But you're right. They had the movements down pat. It's part 5. We know how to move these puppets. One thing that bugged me, I wonder why did they have to reactivate the Capitron?
They put him away. They put him away. They boxed him up.
Yeah, but like, did he stop working in a couple days?
I think that they got to make a big deal. He likes to make an entrance. He's kind of like James Brown. They want to really.
But I still like Decapitron. I thought he was I remember seeing him in like the Exchange or Spencer's when it was new.
Right.
When he was new, Spencer's had all the full moon stuff. I like that smooth, almost face. I like I'm almost a blank mannequin face. It's just a really cool look.
And why is he so fucking special too? They make him out to be like he's real special. They keep him in a special case. He doesn't seem any more powerful than any of the other ones.
He's got different heads that can do different things.
I guess.
That's like honestly, that's pretty much like his little like that was his thing in part 4, where he zapped a demon a couple times at the end when he like hulked out. But yeah, this was still a fun one. 13-year-old me would have gave this a 10. 41-year-old me though is gonna give it like a 7. Like it's
respectable.
I remember really liking it, and watching it now, I still really liked it. But there's way better movies out there.
There's better puppet masters. Ray, what's your thoughts?
Littlest Reich is so good.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I had never seen this one. Like I said, I'd only seen up to part 3, so I watched this. I liked that it had the recap. I was going to watch 4, and Frank's like, it's got a recap, so you're good to
Yeah.
go. So I watched that, and I had a good time. I liked this. It was interesting because, like I said, in the first 3, you guys have already touched on it. They're not good guys. The puppets
Yeah.
aren't heroes in those.
In 3, I feel like they started
A little bit.
A
They
little
made
bit, but
Mulan less murdery.
Well, they go
Yeah.
back and forth with him too, because in some of them, he's a fucking bad guy. In Littlest Reich, he is a
he's
terrible
evil.
Nazi.
Oh,
But in
yeah.
other ones, he's a good guy. And it's like, which way are you going, guys?
Yeah.
It's like a multiverse of Puppet Master movies. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like some things happen this universe, and
I thought the puppets looked great. I really liked the puppet with the giant hands. He
Pinhead.
just made me
Pinhead,
he made me
yeah.
laugh all the time.
He's great.
And that he was constantly oogling the guy's girlfriend, and even so, she makes a comment at the end where she's like, "Hey, don't watch me when I'm in the shower or whatever," don't peek. And
Yeah.
that was my biggest problem with this movie was the demon stuff.
Yeah.
Like it had just been those guys coming to get him and they fucked him up would have been amazing. But this side demon thing the demon to me looked like a Power Ranger extra,
Yeah. Or like a
And-
Guyver villain or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And I kept waiting for, like you guys were saying, for it to morph into something relevant to the other part of the story, Like he's giving his soul to this thing. Well, what's it do? Same shit as the other one that just got fucked up. So what's the point?
Yeah.
But I had fun watching this. The acting was really bad, if I'm being honest.
Oh, it's Full Moon. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was
It-
bad in
it-
that way I like. It reminded me of being a kid, those 90s direct-to-video movies that we all enjoy,
Oh, yeah.
which I imagine this was. So, right? I would imagine.
oh yeah, this
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, it's not 94. I looked it up as
I
when it
think
came out.
only part 1 got theatrical.
probably this
Maybe.
was based
Yeah.
on what I read. It seemed like 4 and 5 were kind of a production nightmare. It seemed like they didn't end up doing what they wanted to do with it. The writers, this is the only thing that these writers ever did was 4 and 5, and maybe that killed their ambition to write shit.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe.
Because I did like we said, I liked the setup for it. I just didn't like the payoff, and I didn't think it was terrible or anything. I had fun watching it, but when it was over, I was like, man, I expected just a little bit more out of this. But like the puppet, like we said, the animation, come for the animation, because Jesus, those little puppet guys, they run around and you forget they're stop motion or being controlled. They feel like they have their own personalities, which is really hard to do in that kind of stuff.
oh yeah,
And like I said, I don't think that the main kid was all that great of an actor, but I was rooting for him through the thing, because I felt like, yeah, he's a dork. He's a 90s dork, So
Yeah, I was like, that's enough. He's a
yeah.
nice guy.
And but it did feel a little bit like a TV movie to me. It didn't have the gore level I was expecting for something of this, subject matter. And I was disappointed when the guy from not Kill Bill, from Pulp Fiction and Deadwood, he comes back out, or a couple other movies he was, I forget the other movies he was in, but he comes back out. I thought he was dead. I was like, oh, they fucking killed that guy. Finally. And then he comes out and he's like, what'd you do to me? I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you got knives on your hands. Fuck this guy up. But otherwise, I really liked it. I had a good time watching it. It was a nice double feature. I watched this right after Deadstream. So Puppet Master 5, I gave it a 7 out of 10.
it's not bad. Yeah, there's I love the fucking is it a hotel? What is it? The outside shot that they always use.
Bay.
Yeah, they always use it in all these movies that are set here. I don't think they're all set in this place, but it's that same static shot that Full Moon reuses over and over again. And I heard one of the editors of this had called it the movie of hallways or something, like, because they're in the hallway like all the time. But You got to get them puppets moving, man. You got to have room.
You gotta have room.
All right, guys, we're gonna get into this bracket. It's a little smaller than last time. It's called Battle of the Best Sequel Part 2, the Part 3s. So so this is all the Part 3s that we've reviewed. So Dream Warriors, we haven't even done that one yet, so it can't win. But let's go ahead and start this baby up. And the first matchup is Sleepaway Camp 3 versus Basket Case 3.
Ugh.
Yes,
Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah, I guess if I had to pick between those two, I would also go Sleepaway Camp.
God damn it.
So,
Okay.
this was a little harder this time.
Basket Case 3.
Oh, it's my favorite one. It's like,
Is it the Progeny or something?
that's part 2 or
Part
no?
two.
Is it part 3? No, it's
Oh.
part 3. Part 3 is the Progeny. It's got that weird guy that's got like a huge amorphous body. I can't remember his name, but there's a lot of weird shit in it. But we'll go with Sleepaway Camp 3. Fucking
Sorry, dude.
what's Bruce Springsteen's sister?
I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, here's a hard one. Here's a hard one, guys. Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 versus Army of Darkness.
Oh.
I'm going Leatherface, but you guys can do whatever you like.
Yeah, I'm going Leatherface too, because we're talking
Wow.
I love Army of Darkness, but to me it's like it's its own thing. Then I know that it's the same characters. I'm gonna get hate mail.
You know
probably.
what? I was gonna say Army of Darkness, but the reason I'm picking Leatherface is because it's got the greatest teaser trailer of all time.
Oh, is that the one
Lady
with
of the Lake.
Yeah.
Chainsaw.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and being like, what the fuck is happening? I was like, oh, all right, Arthur. Then I was like, it's a weird looking sword.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is happening?
I love
Saw
that
his
movie.
family. Yeah.
Yeah,
movie
dude,
is
that was
so
like the
good.
greatest teaser of all time.
Yeah, people shit on that for a long time, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I like that one a lot. It's so that's got a lot of great
I did a
moments.
whole rewatch on all of them, the entire franchise before that Netflix movie came out, and part 3 is way better than I remembered it being. So
yeah, Viggo Mortensen, baby.
Yeah.
All right, up next, Puppet Master 3 versus Halloween 3: Season of the Witch.
Halloween 3.
Yeah, Halloween 3.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got to go with that one.
But
Is Puppet Master 3 is the one that at the end has the like full-grown people as dolls? That's like puppets?
No.
Is that part 2?
Yeah. Well, I think part 3 is like
Back in time.
Origin.
Yeah, okay.
And he escaped at the end. He escapes with a kid. I think he brought a kid with him. I can't remember. And then that's when like part 1.
And doesn't it show you the origin of Blade 2 in that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think.
All right, here's a really, really hard one. Beyond Reanimator versus Phantasm 3.
Phantasm 3.
I got to go with that too, just because that's one of my favorites.
That whole franchise is like laying heavy on my heart after watching it, man. So yeah, I'm picking Phantasm 3.
I just love that fucking kid that has the fucking. He's a badass. He's a badass.
He was a badass, right?
Yeah.
And then they never address him again.
Yeah.
He's
He was
dead.
there to help in that movie.
There's always time.
I read that he's dead, according to the Phantasm Wikipedia.
Oh.
Yeah, they have their whole they have their own Wikipedia for Phantasm. You got Night of the Demons 3 versus Sleepaway Camp 3.
I like Night of the Demons 3 out of that matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't get past that Springsteen lady. Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 versus Return of the Living Dead 3.
I'm going Texas 3.
Yeah, Leatherface.
Yeah, I was going with Return on that one.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
All right, this one's a motherfucker. Exorcist 3 versus Halloween 3, Season of the
Oh.
Witch.
Halloween 3.
I'm going Exorcist 3.
Me too.
Oh, I knew.
Oh,
I had a feeling Halloween 3 wasn't going to make it.
I liked Halloween 3 a lot, but yeah,
Oh, for
Exorcist
sure.
3,
For
that
sure.
that fucking movie is awesome. I don't know
Yeah.
why it gets
It
so
is a
much hate.
really good movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's just a real good movie.
I just want
Yeah.
to take some pictures.
Mhm.
You guys get that reference?
I
Little
don't.
Jeffy Dahmer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the movie he's making him watch. when
Oh
he's,
yeah,
like,
yeah. It puts a little bit of nastiness on it. I don't like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't put your crime on my
Hey,
art.
just remember his name's Jeffy Dahmer, and it's a lot better. It's a lot
Is that
easier.
his name?
Jeffy Dahmer.
Jeffy, darling.
All right, here's an easy one. Phantasm 3 versus Mother of Tears. The third
Phantasm 3.
Yeah, Phantasm 3. I don't even need to hear the rest of that.
Yeah, have you seen Mother of Tears? It's the
Oh,
third.
yeah.
It's the
I like
third
it.
of the Three Mothers trilogy. What is that? Suspiria, Inferno,
and then Mother of Tears.
I haven't seen Mother of Tears.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
kind of
It's
shitty.
kind of a mess, but I enjoy it.
I
enjoy it.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Just to get my
It's
lexicon.
fun to marathon it, honestly.
You'll be if you've watched I don't know, it might.
I've seen Suspiria. What was the other one?
Inferno.
I saw that one. Yeah.
There's
I like that one actually.
Mother
quite a
of
bit.
Tears, there's just content in it that's like you're like, what
yeah.
what the fuck? It caught me like the violence level.
That was like Argento's last for me before Black Glasses.
Yeah. Dark Glasses, right?
Yeah. Dark Glasses, yeah. That was like the sign of the time of his less than work.
You didn't like Dark Glasses? Did you like Dark Glasses?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I felt like that's like his best movie since Mother of Tears. And please understand, Mother of Tears is a mess, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the
and it's a cool I like that. I don't like Cradle of Filth, but I like the ending song.
I love Cradle of Filth.
Yeah, it's just not my jam, but I did like his song at the end.
It's kind of like that movie's kind of like the Ravager of that series of movies.
There you go.
But yeah, speaking of Cradle of Filth, watch Cradle of Fear. That's a fun watch.
Okay.
The Cradle of Filth horror movie. I don't know if you've seen it. It's an anthology.
Oh wait, I heard they did something like
It's
that.
something. It's something.
I bet it is.
I liked it, but Night of the Demons 3 versus Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3.
Leatherface.
That's easy. Okay, Exorcist 3 versus Phantasm 3.
It's personal. Phantasm 3. It's personal.
I'm going Exorcist 3.
Right, I know.
Yeah,
It's way better. It's the better movie, but I'm sticking to my guns.
I'm doing Phantasm.
Right.
I believe when we reviewed that, I said it was possibly
yeah.
my favorite movie.
You love that movie.
It's so fucking fun.
so
It's so
happy.
good. So good. Reggie's peak Reggie in that one. They got everybody back. It's a reunion movie for the whole.
Yeah, dude. Mike comes back. The original Mike comes back. That was so. I remember being like,
and he's a badass. That's it. Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, and Phantasm 3.
Phantasm 3.
Phantasm 3.
So, okay. So, what do you think? Phantasm 3 or who won the last one? The last one we did? What the fuck was it?
I don't remember.
Was it the part 2s?
Yeah, Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2 or Phantasm 3.
Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you have Evil Dead 2 in anything, it's just gonna win it.
It's gonna win.
I saw that they had this bracket thing on TikTok that was like people would nod their head one way or the other and pick the movies.
Yeah.
And Evil Dead 2 was in there, and almost everybody ended up with Evil Dead 2. Like it's just
I mean, it's so enjoyable.
Right. If
So
you
fun.
like
It's
this,
the
if you
perfect
like
mix.
horror as a genre, it's like a perfect horror movie. It's got everything you love about horror in it.
Mhm.
From the practical effects, the gore, subtle comedies, some not so subtle comedies, some
Not
actual
so
good
subtle comedy.
yes, some actual good scares. I mean, it's got everything. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. We did have our own little poll in the group about Puppet Master to see which was the most popular Puppet Master puppet. And it looks like at number 4, there was a 3-way tie: Tunneler, Mephistopheles, and Decapitron. I don't know which one Mephistopheles is, though.
I don't know which movie he's in. I have to feel like it's either like Retro Puppet Master or the one after it.
Yeah.
It's Blade's face, but bald with horns and like
Okay.
a devil cape with a bit high collar,
Okay.
you know?
All right. I think I remember that from part 3, maybe on a poster. Like maybe
Maybe?
maybe
I
one
don't
of
remember
Toulon's
though.
shows was like involving the devil or something, and that might have been the puppet. But
Oh,
at number 3, there's a 2-way tie: Leech Woman and Six Shooter, which I think they're not even on the same level. Like I do not like Leech Woman. I think she's the worst one.
yeah.
Number 2, Pinhead, and number 1, Blade. So
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
no votes for what's the fire dude?
Torch.
Yeah.
He's the
Well,
most practical one.
if you think about it, he's the
He's a
most
walking
dangerous.
flamethrower.
He's the
Yeah.
most dangerous one because
Yeah.
honestly, 6-shooter, let's say he shoots you with all 6 of his guns all 6 times that he can. What's the equivalent of that? Someone shooting you with a rock salt gun or something?
No, they will. So he shoots someone. Those bullets hit like big bullets,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
pretty much, or like maybe like at the very least 22 caliber. They hit.
Okay. We'll go with that.
Like he doesn't RoboCop them by any.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Just
like
blowing
there's
big chunks
a
out of
little
them.
bit of like a
Yeah.
little smoking hole or maybe a little dribble of blood or something.
Yeah.
Not overly gory when he does it.
But fire, man, burn you up. Or that tunneler, man. If he gets close, watch out.
Oh, Oh man,
Yeah.
Tunneler he didn't get no vote. Wait, you said
He
fourth.
was 4th
Tied for fourth.
tied
Okay.
with Decapitron and Mephistopheles.
Mhm.
A couple other things I have here: upcoming theatrical releases: April 7th, The Pope's Exorcist; April 14th, Renfield; April 21st, Evil Dead Rise; June 2nd, The Boogeyman. That's a Stephen King adaptation.
Yeah.
And June 16th, a movie called The Blackening, which I read was
Yeah.
have you read about this?
I saw the trailer. I
Oh,
showed
did you?
her too. She thought it was funny.
Yeah, evidently some guys making people decide. It's like who's blacker, like
It's all
it's a race thing, right?
Yeah, it's all black people. The game is like has like a centerpiece, like a 3D centerpiece that's what was it? It was like a minstrel style blackface piece.
Okay.
And it's like, who's the blackest person here? You're gonna die first. And in the trailer, they're talking about ways that they're not as black as each other.
Okay.
And the last dude, she go, well, she's the blackest because she says the N-word the most. And she goes, and goes to smack him, and then they cut to a next scene real quick. And the guy and the one I remember the most is the nerdy black dude said, I voted for Trump. And like they just show him like going at him and stuff,
It seemed interesting.
It looks funny as hell.
I saw Scream 6 in the theater last week, and they did the Evil Dead Rise trailer before, like the red band before the movie, and it got a lot of applause. So
I feel like they did that at Megan too, and then my daughter saw it.
Yeah, these kids, dude.
I think.
Why are you taking your kid to see Scream 6 anyways? Who's like young, Like
Right.
I would take my kid.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't care.
But I'm a bad father, Randy.
Yeah, I would expect that of you. But anyways, no, I'm just saying, like, if you're that worried about something like that, why are you there with your kid?
Yeah.
Anyways. But I saw this mom like kind of shielding her kid from the Evil Dead Rise Red Band because they had some fucked up shit in it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but what's your review on that? Give us a quick review on that.
Scream 6, I liked it quite a bit. It is they take they take this trope and kind of throw it on its ear for about 95% of the movie, and then the last 5% they kind of give you the old Scooby Gang reveal, that they do in the other ones. And to me, that kind of was a little bit shitty. I wish they would have done a different thing since the whole movie was so different. Because it's like you're in New York, man. They're getting chased on the subway by Ghostface. Like they're getting chased from building to building. I mean, it's crazy. They get chased in this convenience store, shotguns. Get expelled. Ghostface got a shotgun in one
That
part.
did look like a cool scene. I don't even like Scream, but that looked like a cool.
It was crazy, and some of the kills were gross as fucking awesome. I mean, like real graphic shit. And then and some of the stuff too, it's kind of like they were like afraid to do a few things that I'm like, I thought they should have. I don't want to ruin it for anybody. There won't be any spoilers in my review here, but I gave it a 4 out of 5. I had a really great time. I liked the last one quite a bit. This one I thought was better than that last one, in my opinion. So, yeah.
Well, a couple other things I wanted to bring up were just some stuff from TikTok. People have been discussing the potential Lost Boys remake and how it will be woke. And in general, they're shitting on it for some reason. I guess they must have replaced the Frog Brothers with women or like girls or something, like they're frog sisters now instead of boys.
So
I
what?
don't like the thing I don't understand is
Fair.
when people get upset about this shit, this dumb shit, is it not cool for like little girls to have a cool like representation of themselves
Right.
in the place of the Frog Brothers? Like we had the Frog Brothers growing up and we thought they were awesome and it made us want to fight vampires as kids. Those little girls can't have a little girl that they can identify with. That
I always hate because when you say that to them, to people who use the term woke as if it's something bad anyways, they go, well, I mean, then they should have their own thing. They should have vampire sisters and they should fight it should, they're so yeah, they're so stuck on this.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, me too. They're just so stuck on this thing.
In a remake of a beloved movie from my childhood.
Yeah,
sure.
It'll bring
I just
new
don't
people.
understand. Yeah,
it'll bring new people to the old movie.
Right.
It'll bring new young people to the idea of it altogether. And and people kept saying, "Oh, it's going to kill the original." Nothing. A remake never kills the original.
It's not going to wipe it from existence.
And if anything was going to kill the original, it would have been those shitty sequels that happened where Corey Feldman was trying to talk like a fucking tough guy or whatever.
Yeah,
like how he used to sound.
Yeah, when he was a little kid trying to sound like an adult person. Instead, he was an adult person trying to sound like an adult person, and that doesn't fucking make sense. But yeah, I'll watch it. I'm not opposed. I used to, when I was an edgelord teenager, I didn't even like that remake of fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I walked out of the theater. But then I rewatched it and it's fucking awesome. And it also, I realized that the importance of it, everybody's saying that horror's dying, but it's better than it's ever been since I've been alive. I mean, it's in theaters. Multiple movies are in theaters at the same time.
Huge. It's making huge amounts of money. Huge.
And they're like all it is remakes and old stories told again. It's not though. You're just not watching anything other than the 4 fucking remakes they do a year, I guess. I mean, because we watch shit constantly,
so much more out there.
And there's just, you got to dig deep, just like you always have. They weren't going to have it on the new fucking releases 500 copies of it. You got to find one copy and it's in the 50 cent movies. You have to dig for the good stuff. It's just like it always has been.
Why do people our age and older than us feel the need to think that in a movie that if you don't have a dick you can't do things, like it just blows my mind. Like I mean, my niece, she's 17 years old. She's smarter than I ever was at 17 years old. She's smarter than her dad. I mean, there's like you look at that kid and you're like, she should have something that portrays her in that,
Yeah.
and then it just pisses me off. I get so mad. And you guys have daughters. I don't even have a daughter, but it makes me mad when I hear people say things like, well, those gay kids are in it. So what? Let a gay kid have a fucking moment. Jesus Christ,
Go
like
lose sleep over this.
as long as the story is good, I don't give a fuck who the characters are. I mean, that's all I care about is a good writing, So,
now, whenever they do something like that one Ghostbusters movie that was just basically
blatant,
it was a gimmick. It was whenever something's gimmicky, people can identify it. So
and
if
that's
you take
the problem. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say,
yeah,
that's the problem though with that movie. It's the gimmick is there, the writing isn't. If the writing was there and it was still a gimmick, I would fucking be okay with it. I'd be like, well, that was a good story at least. That story's shit. They didn't spend any time on developing those characters. They were just like, look at these female comedians. Aren't they funny as Ghostbusters? That's not what they should have done, in my
yeah. And the thing about it is the fucking Ghostbusters movies were written by the fucking Ghostbusters, right? Who wrote that one?
Oh, that guy,
Paul Feig.
Harold Ramis. The remake, Paul.
Yeah, the remake was Paul Feig. Yeah, and so you got to actually have a story that's good. That's all. That's all there is to it. You can put whoever you want in as your main character. I will, and I know everybody will watch. That's a horror fan. Will watch a horror movie if it's good. That's it. And don't watch them if they're bad. But at the very least, they have to be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched stuff that I was grouchy about watching at the beginning of, and then ended up liking it. So like, it's people just need to calm the fuck down and stop saying the same goddamn thing over and over again.
Yeah,
because it's not even an original thought. And maybe watch a couple of these remakes that you keep shitting on.
When somebody says the term woke, I automatically discredit anything that comes after that.
Oh, for sure.
I just automatically go, well, you're fucking stupid. So
you got it always makes me go, oh, you got the newsletter? Okay, well, I'm not gonna participate with
my
you.
ass out that door.
Yeah.
But show and tell, guys, you got some stuff?
I didn't have anything this time. I just wanted to plug our books again real quick. The Midnight Nexus, Volume 1, Volume 2, a sale. It's a sale, Jesus.
It's a hell of a sale.
It's a sale. It's a fire sale. No, they're on sale right now at Amazon.com. Hardback covers. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I can read. Take two. Hardback covers are available, as well as paperback and Kindle.
Yeah.
All
Very
right.
nice.
But John, Aaron, you got anything?
John?
I mean, it's like horror adjacent. It was going out of print, so I got the Gravity Falls Blu-ray set from Shout Factory.
Okay.
It's going out of print?
The Blu-ray is.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I actually have it on DVD too. I love this show a lot.
I've only ever seen a couple of them.
Price.
No shit.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. I'm gonna write that down too, John. You always give me good
you better
shit.
hurry up. They didn't have a lot of copies left. I know that.
Uh-oh.
But you know what? You know what though? It's probably streaming on Disney Plus if you got someone access.
I have
you canceled it. Did you cancel
channels? I have back channels.
Did you cancel your Disney?
Who, me?
Did Willow make you cancel your Disney?
No, I didn't like Willow. Again, that's another one that I didn't like because they didn't do a good job. Yeah.
I felt bad for watching it.
That's why I'll tell you what, I waited for a while for that to come out, and then I was like, it's never fucking come out. So then I canceled our Disney thing. And then it came out and everybody said it was shitty, and I was like, I'm not watching it.
I mean, it's so bad, dude.
I'd rather just not. But I've got a few things here. I picked up. Did you guys know that they made a Mario movie, right? It came out. Yeah, I got it. So I picked this up.
Oh, that Mario movie.
It's the
you
Mario.
would own a copy of that.
It's fucking great, man. I don't care what anybody says. Then I got this double pack. Terror Vision, Video Dead.
Nice.
Watched that right away.
Hell yeah.
Terror Vision, anyways. Watched about half of this already. This is Saturday Morning Mystery. It's like they say it's Evil Dead meets Scooby Doo. It's better than what it should be, I think.
Okay.
I've only watched about half of it, but then this one, Wild Zero. This is
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about this.
I saw you talking about
and
that.
it's pretty crazy looking from the fucking trailer. I thought it was an 80s movie, but evidently it's 99. So there's like that, that CGI we saw in that one Japanese movie John Paul was showing us.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff's in there, it looks like, but it looks crazy. But then my last one is Bad Taste, just an old DVD copy of that. But yeah,
Nice.
they have you can get that Mario for about $4 right now. So if you guys want to get it and see what's his name, Dennis Hopper play Donald Trump,
Still $3. Still $3 too much in my
you
opinion.
really don't like it. I don't know, man.
I
That-
remember going to the theater and seeing that.
Me too.
I remember being disappointed in it the same way I was disappointed in Masters of the Universe. But in hindsight, those two movies, hand in hand, that's a great double feature and same tone, dude. Like for real.
Master of the
Same tone.
Universe is really good. I didn't like it until I was like in my early teens, and then I was like, yeah, this isn't bad.
I love how they just immediately leave Eternia. Just fucking
Yeah.
get the fuck out of there. We can't afford to be filming out here.
Yeah. Canon Pictures are like, this is too much money.
Yeah.
Get us into a suburb.
But next month, you guys picked the films, and I think I got them correctly here. Ray picked The Box from 2009. The only place that you can get that is on to buy it on Amazon. So
Or you can rent it.
we're renting it.
Yeah.
I'm buying it. I'm buying it. I'm
Okay.
gonna own it. I want to own it.
All
No,
right, cool.
but I always like it when
I've
it's
never
one.
seen it.
I always like it when it's one that we have to rent because then there's so much more weight on it, and then it's like, and
It's one I really liked when it came out, and I haven't watched it in forever. And a
Yeah.
buddy of mine, I was telling him, he watches our show, and he was like, have you ever seen this? And I was like, you know what, once. And I bet the guys would like it because it's based on a Richard Matheson short story who wrote I Am Legend,
Yeah, the trailer looks crazy.
yeah, I think you guys are going to dig it. So.
I just think it's funny because I think the last time we rented one was one of your picks, and it was that one that caused a lot of controversy, the Clove Hitch Killer or whatever.
That was
I
on
think-
Netflix.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Maybe I paid for it because I'm an idiot. Anyways,
Is there controversy on that?
well,
No.
Jason was upset that it wasn't a horror movie. He hated that movie, if you
Oh.
remember. And him and Randy got into like a little bit of a, well, you should have
Oh,
told me.
yeah.
You should have told me whatever. Like there was a little. It's a little funny thing.
That was back before I
Oh,
was on
yeah,
Prozac
yeah,
and got
yeah.
all
It's
leveled
historical.
out. I'm
Yeah. Okay,
And,
okay.
John, did you're picking the Taking of Deborah Logan?
Oh
Is that-
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys haven't done that yet.
I've seen
Oh.
the animated GIF or GIF of the monster
Yeah.
eating the kid's head or whatever.
Yeah.
But
You haven't seen the movie?
never, no.
I've never
Ooh.
seen it either.
I
Oh,
wanted to when I
awesome.
saw that. When I saw that, I wanted when I
really
saw that
like it a lot.
when I
It's a
saw
good
that
movie.
creature eating the kid's face or whatever. I
There's
wanted to
so
watch
much
it,
more to it,
but
yeah.
then somebody said, "Well, you've seen the best part." Then and I'm like,
Oh my god,
"What?"
no! Shut up.
What's it
No.
on, John? John, where am I going to find
It's
it?
like everywhere.
Yeah,
Everywhere?
that one's on
It's
Tubi, I believe.
Shudder, Tubi.
Okay, I got
Prime.
Shudder, so
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
free reign.
I'm hoping everybody likes the
Everywhere.
box. Even if you don't like it, I guess it'll be funny because you had to pay.
I
money
always
for
wanted to. I remember wanting to see.
It doesn't look
Franklin
bad.
Jella's in it, right?
What's that?
Franklin Jella's in it, right?
Yeah, Franklin Jella, Cameron
Him.
Diaz,
He's
the
a
guy that
marvelous
plays
bad guy.
Cyclops, James Marsden.
Right. And Cameron Diaz. Yeah.
It
I just
worried
re-
me a little bit because the trailer said thriller, and I'm like, that could
Well,
be anything. Yeah,
Yeah,
but then
if
it,
you
it
start-
looks
yeah.
like science fiction-y a little bit.
It's
There's
science fiction horror, is what
Yeah.
it is.
All
'Cause
right.
there's a
I'm in.
very horrific twist to the whole thing. So
it looks crazy, but
Yeah.
anyways, guys, that's the show. So we will see
Alright.
you next month. Cool.
Hey guys.
good
Yeah.
hanging out with you, John. Take care. I'll see you,
Yeah.
All
Frank.
right,
Have-
you guys
have a
too,
good one,
man.
guys.
We'll talk to you.
All
Right
right.
on.
All right.
Later.
Later.
Bye.